Assalamu alaikum, Pakistan. From here, I hope, dear friends, you all are doing good out there by the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today, I'm in Saddar, Old Karachi, near to Bohri Bazar. This mansion, abandoned mansion, I must say, is amazing. Bohri Bazar, one of Karachi's oldest and most bustling marketplaces, is not just a commercial hub but a witness to history. This mansion is opposite to Khyber Hotel. So, behind the vibrant stalls and noisy street lie the remains of a glorious past. Grand mansions built by British officials, wealthy Parsi families, and prominent Hindu traders during the 18th, 19th, and early 20th centuries. These architectural marvels, characterized by thick stone walls, gigantic wooden doors, intricate balconies, and underground chambers. It tells the story of how the elite of that era lived I must say, in luxury and sophistication. Amazing. One of the most striking features of this beautiful mansion is the imposing structure and durability. This gentleman told me the walls were built using yellow githeri stone, a material known for its strength and resistance to the volatile weather. Wall thickness. The wall of this mansion had 2 to 3 feet thick, providing insulation against Karachi's harsh summers and monsoon rains. Arches and pillars. The British introduced Roman-style arches, while Parsis and Hindus preferred intricate wooden pillars and decorative lattice work. Terraces and balconies. Now, no balcony is in this beautiful mansion, no terrace even. This mansion featured sprawling terrace and balcony, but abandoned, now no more. And all mansions of British era, Hindu era, Parsi era featured sprawling terraces and balconies, often adorned with wrought iron railings, where residents gathered for evening tea or business discussions. Enormous wooden windows and doors, a symbol of elegance. You can see the wall is more than 3 feet. Really amazing. Amazing, superb. The windows and doors of this mansion are another architectural masterpiece. Huge wooden windows, these 10 to 12 feet tall windows were designed for ventilation and natural light. They were fitted with wooden shutters and iron hinges to ensure security. Intricately carved doors made of Burmese teak wood. The doors were 12 to 15 feet high, adorned with hand-carved floral and geometric patterns. Underground chamber, but now closed. Business community took over the lower portion of the ground floor of the mansion. According to this gentleman, his father and his grandfather are living in this area, or I must say have been living in this area for past almost 100 years now. He even grew up over here, and his grandfather saw the top floor, which was really beautiful. He has the pictures, and he promised to share it with me. You can see these windows, as I told you earlier, 12 to 15 feet high. The hinges made of cast iron and brass, often engraved with artistic details, and the locks were heavy duty, imported from England or crafted by local locksmith. He told me a fascinating feature of this mansion is the underground room. It had number of rooms underground and hidden cellars. These spaces had multiple uses: cooling chambers, storage for valuables, secret passages. He told me cooling chambers since there were no air conditioners. These underground rooms were used as a natural cooling areas during the summer. Then storage for valuables. He told me wealthy residents used to store gold, cash, and essential supplies in these rooms. Now again, coming back to the windows, these hinges were made of cast iron and brass. Amazing. Amazing and unique. Really, this mansion moved me, inspired me, had an amazing impression on me. 12 to 15 feet high window adorned with hand carved floral and geometric patterns, but now nothing. During the British Raj, high-ranking officers and bureaucrats occupied some of the finest mansions in Bohri Bazar. Their lifestyle was marked by formal dining and servants. British families followed a strict dining schedule with separate room for breakfast, lunch, and high tea. Servants, mostly local people of Karachi, attended to their needs. Decor and furniture. Their homes were filled with Victorian-style furniture, including mahogany tables, grand pianos, and large fireplaces. Social gatherings. Ballroom-style halls were common, where the elite would hold dinner parties, dances, and diplomatic meetings. So, dear friends, now I'm in Bohri Bazar. This beautiful mansion has only the front structure that stands till today, but rest of the mansion is no more. Inside is nothing, just the garbage. That's why people have covered it with the sheet so that no one can go, because it can fall down anytime. I request the Sindh government to take care of such valuable and unique mansions. What a construction work! What a unique construction work! I also came to know that Hindus used to live over in this area on large scale. There were a number of Hindus over here. So now coming to Bohri Bazar, one of Karachi's oldest shopping centers, dates back to the British colonial period when Karachi was a thriving port city, named after the Bohra community, which was actively involved in trade. The market soon became a hub for merchants and traders dealing in textiles, household items, and spices. This gentleman told me that this building was a home to one of the Hindu family. After their departure, it was taken over by the Parsi family, and he told me he's working over here since last 40 3 years, and no one claims to be the owner of this beautiful mansion. After the departure of Britishers, many buildings were taken over by Bohris, Parsis, Hindus. Even after the departure of Hindus, many mansions remained empty, vacant, I must say. This gentleman told me this mansion remained vacant for a number of years. He told me that his father also used to work over here, and the beautiful wooden work, it's really amazing and high quality wood. Even the fire, this wood won't catch fire. And the arches you can see, he told me that the upper floor is filled up with garbage, and he told me that this building was a hub to the Britishers, and he and his family are living in this area since last 100 years, as per him. His father also used to work over here. His grandfather also used to work in Bohri Bazar. Really, he was a historical encyclopedia. He told me that Hindus used to live in the nearby mansions, and they were rich, and most of them were the traders. He told me during the British rule, this area was a British area. Bohri Bazar was a bustling commercial district where traders from across the subcontinent conducted business. Over time, it evolved into a go-to shopping destination for people from different areas in Karachi looking for quality products at affordable prices. He told me Bohri Bazar is unlike any modern shopping mall. It remains an old world charm with narrow alleys, closely packed shops, vibrant street vendors, and the constant hum of bargaining customers. The bazaar offers everything from fabrics and garments, cotton, silk, and embroidered textiles, jewelry and accessories, traditional and modern designs, household items, utensils, cutlery, and kitchen essentials, spices and dry fruits, locally sourced and imported varieties. He added more, one of the most famous aspects of Bohri Bazar is its food street, where vendors sell samosas, chaat, bun kababs, and lassi, attracting locals and tourists alike. Karachi is similar to Mumbai. He told me, like many historical places, Bohri Bazar has faced urbanization challenges. Encroachments, a lack of maintenance, and competition from modern shopping malls have impacted its original grandeur. However, efforts are being made to preserve its heritage while also modernizing its infrastructure. He told me, Saddar's skyline tells the story of a city that once housed colonial elites, rich merchants, and business magnates. The British era that started from 1858 till the independence of Pakistan, that means in 1947, saw the construction of grand mansions, churches, and administrative buildings in Gothic, Victorian, and Indo-Saracenic styles. He asked me to visit Catholic Mansion, Mohata Palace, DJ Science College building. He told me many of Saddar's old mansions are now either abandoned, converted into offices, or demolished due to urban expansion. Some like Frey Hall and impressed market are being preserved, but others face the threat of disappearance. He told me Saddar has been home to diverse communities, including Hindus, Muslims, Parsis, Christians, and Jews even. This multicultural history has given rise to festivals, tradition, and religious processions that define Saddar's unique character. Each celebration, traditional stalls selling mehendi, bangles, and clothing emerged before Eid. Christmas in Saddar. Christian people, or Christian community you can say, residing in Saddar celebrated Christmas in unique way with beautiful decorations and carol singing. Parsi Navro, the Parsi community, once a thriving part of Karachi, still celebrates their new year, Navroz, with gatherings and feasts. He told me many professionals that once flourished in Saddar are now disappearing due to modernization. Calligraphers and sign painters, handmade shoe craftsmen, rickshaw decorators. He told me even now the trend of stitching suit is no more. It's on the decline. People prefer to wear ready-made suits, ready-made pants, cotton pants, not jeans. So now I'm going to the upper floor. Dear friends, very bad smell over here, and these all are storage room now of different merchants. And Taylor told me, the gentleman told me that please be careful because on the top floor it's not safe to go. Stairs are damaged, and you can see due to no construction, no care, no proper construction, maintenance, or no proper look after, the courtyard has a huge hole in it. So I have to be very careful while recording the mansion. I'm trying to show you each and everything. What a lovely construction work, and see how many rooms on this floor. But very bad smell, even I can't stand. But after stepping into this mansion, I felt that I'm going into the colonial era. This home, this is a mansion, not a home. I will not call it a home. It's a mansion. And British family used to live over here, then Parsi, then Hindu. Now, this mansion is at the verge of its destruction. See, now I'm going back. Can't afford to stay over here for a long time due to bad smoke. As this gentleman told me that Karachi has been a hub to many historical mentions. Bohri Bazar is also facing urbanization challenge, encroachment, a lack of maintenance, and threats from modern shopping malls have impacted its original grandeur. However, efforts are being made to preserve, but no efforts I can see. No efforts. So let's go down. And really beautiful. Beautiful. Super. Saddar with its historic bazaar, old mansion, and rich traditions is more than just a marketplace. It is a Karachi soul. Please preserve such beautiful mansions. Please. The Parsi community, known for its contribution to Karachi's trade and industry, built some of the grandest homes in Bohri Bazar. Large interiors in their homes were designed with stained glass windows, Persian carpets, and wooden staircases with handcrafted railings. Multi-generational living, a single mansion often housed several generations, with rooms designated for elders, married couples, and children. Charity and community work, many Parsi businessmen used their homes as centers for social gatherings and sporting schools and hospitals. I'm into another mention. This mention is interconnected to the previous one. Really amazing. Hindu traders in Bohri Bazar were among the wealthiest residents as well, controlling a significant portion of the city's commerce. Their mansions reflected their business success and religious devotion. Prayer rooms, he mentioned, had a dedicated prayer room with idols of Hindu decorated with intricate artwork and brass lamps, gold and jewelry storage. Hindu families known for their gold trading had secure underground safe within their homes. And now when it comes to festivals and celebrations, Diwali, Holi, Navratri were celebrated with grandeur as these mansions hosted lavish feasts and musical performances. Over time, these once glorious mansions began to decline due to partition of 1947. Many Hindus and Parsi families migrated to India, leaving their homes abandoned. Rapid urbanization, as I mentioned earlier. Old mansions were demolished to make way for commercial plazas and apartment complexes. Lack of preservation, unlike in Europe where historical rooms are protected, Karachi's architectural heritage has suffered neglect. Today, only a handful of these grand structures remain, often in a state of disrepair, yet they continue to tell the story. Karachi's forgotten aristocracy. The mansions of Bohri Bazar, once home to British officers, Parsi entrepreneurs, and Hindu traders, stand as a symbol of bygone era. Their thick stone walls, huge wooden doors, underground chambers, and cultural legacies remind us of a time when Karachi was a city of elegance and diversity. While some of these homes still exist, they are in urgent need of preservation and restoration. If properly maintained, they can serve as historical museums, cultural centers, or heritage hotels, allowing future generations to experience the rich past of Karachi. So the city must take steps to document, project, and revive these structural treasures. I must say, these architectural structures, treasures, ensuring that their stories do not fade into oblivion. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This mansion is so beautifully constructed. In the 1500s, Karachi was a small fishing village along the Arabian Sea, home to Sindhi and Baloch communities. By the 1600s, traders from Arabia, Persia, and Gujarat began stopping here, bringing silk, spices, and precious stones. Small wooden stalls and makeshift shops began forming what would later become Bohri Bazar. During the Mughal period, 1700s, Karachi became an important trading post for the subcontinent. By 1839, when the British took control of Karachi, Bohri Bazar saw rapid growth with well-planned streets and permanent buildings made of limestone and Gizri stone. British, Parsi, Jews, Hindu, and Muslim traders set up businesses, bringing goods from Europe, Persia, and India. By the 1920s and 1930s, Bohri Bazar had become Karachi's most important shopping district. People came here for imported textiles, spices, gold, jewelry, and exotic perfumes. Restaurants, bakeries, and tea houses flourished, offering a mix of Gujarati, Sindhi, Persian, and British flavors. Bohri Bazar is not just about shopping, it has always been a paradise for food lovers. Here is a look at the traditional dishes that once ruled the streets of old Karachi. The tea house and bakeries of British Karachi in 19th and 20th century. Pioneer Bakery, established in 1900s. Famous for its butter, biscuit, sponge cakes, and jam rolls, influenced by British baking traditions. People of Karachi in 1930 would enjoy a cup of English tea with freshly baked scones. Iranian chai houses brought by Persian and Parsi merchants. Those tea houses serve thick aromatic chai with saffron and cardamom. You can find an Iranian restaurant vlog over my YouTube channel. People gathered at the tea shops to discuss politics, business, poetry, culture, and many other things. Now if I talk about biryani and pulao stalls, businessmen, traders from Gujarat introduced Bohri biryani, cooked with yogurt, maintained meat, long grain rice, and whole spices. Pulao was similar but rich in saffron, nuts, and dried fruits. This is one of the mention, and the owner invited me, but I have no much time, so I decided to record from outside only. Meanwhile, let me tell you about Halim and Nihari of the Mughal era. By the 1700s, Mughal influence brought Halim and Nihari to Karachi. This gentleman also told me about Nihari and Halim. Halim is a slow cooked lentil and meat dish, whereas Nihari is spiced beef stew. He told me that both the dishes became favorites of traders and workers who needed energy for long work hours. He told me about sweet shops and desserts of the 19th century. It was a short meeting, but he told me a lot of things. Let me brief it up for you. Mithai from Hindu and Bohri traders. Hindu confectionaries introduced motichur laddu, patisa, and barfi, which were sold from small corner shops in Bohri Bazar. He told me Bohri families brought malpura, fried pancakes with sugar syrup, and aflatun, a rich nut-based dessert from Gujarat. He told me about kulfi and rabdi. He said kulfi was served on sticks wrapped in dry leaves. Rabdi, a thickened milk dessert, was slow cooked for hours in clay pots, giving it a unique flavor. I'm trying to capture difference. He told me the elite of Bohri Bazar included British officers, Parsi businessmen, and Hindu merchants lived in grand mansions with 3-foot high, thick limestone walls, high wooden doors, and hidden basements for valuables. As I told you earlier, same he told me. Wooden balconies overlooked the streets where women would wash the marketplace while sipping chai. He told me shops were family run, passed down from generation to generation. Transactions were recorded in handwritten ledgers and deals were made over cups of strong spiced chai. Customers trusted their shopkeepers, often purchasing goods on credit and paying later. He told me the Bohri community celebrated Eid and Ramadan with feast of biryani and sweet dishes. Hindus marked Diwali and Holi, filling the streets with colorful lights and fireworks. He told me Parsis honored Navroz, sharing traditional food like thansa, lentil and meat stew, and ravo, sweet semolina dessert. Gentleman told me many Hindus and Parsi traders left Karachi, abandoning their shops and mansions. Same was told to me by the tailor in the old mansion, and he told me that their business were replaced by new Muslim traders from New Delhi, Old Delhi, now it's Old New Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Hyderabad, Lucknow, Deccan, from wherever the Muslims migrated from India to Pakistan. He even told me that his father used to tell him that in 1970s and 1980s, many old buildings were demolished to make way for modern commercial centers. Even that gentleman who was a tailor, he told me this, the unique wooden doors, balconies and underground cellars of old Bohri Bazar were replaced by concrete plazas and metal shutters. So guys, historians and architects are now working to restore Bohri Bazar's old charm. Many tea houses and bakeries still retain their old recipes, keeping Karachi's culinary heritage alive. Despite modernization, despite development, Bohri Bazar remains a symbol of old Karachi's culture and traditions. It is a place where history whispers through narrow streets, where the aroma of spices and baked goods fill the air, and where the legacy of Karachi's traders, shopkeepers and food vendors lives on. If you ever find yourself in Karachi, take a walk through a Bohri Bazar. Heritage walk, not just as a shopper but as a traveler through time, experiencing the flavors, sounds and sights of a bygone era. One thing unique I found is this beautiful mansion, abandoned mansion. It's now filled up with garbage and smell. I tried to go inside but it's locked. As that gentleman told me that by the 1920s and 1930s, Bohri Bazar had become Karachi's most important shopping district. People came here from different parts of Indian subcontinent. At that time it was in India, for imported textiles, spices, gold, jewelry and exotic perfumes. I'm trying to capture each and everything in a unique way for you. The name of this mansion is Akbar Ali M.Y. tin wala building in Bohri Bazar stands today ready to narrate the story of its glorious past. Glorious past. Amazing. Lovely. Bohri Bazar is not just about shopping, guys. It has always been a paradise for food lovers as well. And the legacy, historical legacy of Bohri Bazar will remain for the coming generations. It is a marketplace through the centuries. The 16th and 17th century, the human beginnings, you can say. In the 1500s, Karachi was a small fishing village, as I mentioned earlier, along the Arabian Sea, home to Sindh and Baloch communities. By the 1600s, traders from Arabia, Persia and Gujarat began shopping here, bringing silk, spices and precious stones. Small wooden stalls and makeshift shops began forming what would later become Bohri Bazar. Guys, this vlog ends over here, and before I end the vlog, let me show you the oldest ice cream shop. It's almost 70 years. It was established during the British rule. But before that, let me summarize something for you, that Bohri Bazar in Saddar Karachi is more than just a market. It is a living museum of history, culture, food, love, care, respect and tradition. Its roots trace back centuries, long before Karachi became the bustling metropolis it is today. From the 16th to 20th century, this area evolved from a simple trading hub into the center of commerce, cuisine and community life. Really, Bohri Bazar's historical charm, its diverse and cultural influences, traditional foods and the way of life that once defined all Karachi really inspired me. So, the last historical landmark, Peshawari Ice Cream, a renowned establishment in Saddar Karachi, has been delighted customer for its rich and creamy ice cream for decades. While the exact date of its founding is not really available, it is widely recognized as one of the oldest and most beloved ice cream parlors in the city. So guys, this was the today's vlog. I take a leave. May Allah bless Pakistan or world. Come and visit Pakistan. Allah Hafiz. Goodbye. Pakistan Zindabad.